go of our certainties is the gateway to God, the gateway to the beyond, right? That those certainties bring us only so far. They're important because they help us hone our abilities. They help us hone our intuition and our discernment, and they feed our faith. Most importantly, they feed our faith. And yet they bring us our certainties bring us to the door. And once we cross through that door, we have to leave them behind. Right? I've spoken often about that parable of crossing the dharmic stream on a raft. And the raft is the tools, the certainties that help us cross that stream. And once we get to the other side, we don't then carry the raft on our shoulders, right? We drop that raft so that we can move and flow easily beyond them. It's kind of like learning how to be on a boat, and you know what they say about developing sea legs, right? So it's one thing to do a nice little boat ride on quiet waters for an hour or 2 hours. That's usually no sweat for most people. It's another thing to get on a boat and be off dry land for days, right? And there, you're going to have to find your sea legs. You're going to deal with seasickness. You're going to deal with a different sense of what it means to be stable and unstable. And the journey to spiritual growth that our spiritual companions help us with is to say, it's the certainty of dry land is gone, and the wobbliness and uncertainty of being on a ship, kind of unmoored and floating on the water, is a nice metaphor for the spiritual journey. And I would say also that, once you get on the boat and you've been on it for days, and you do this repeatedly in your life, you get on boats, it becomes second nature. I mean, being on an airplane is the same thing, right? A lot of people are afraid to be on airplanes, and they get airsick, and they get very uncomfortable and very anxious and very nervous. And until they've done it so many times that they don't even think about it anymore. And so in some ways, what we're doing as spiritual companions is saying, okay, let's get on this boat. I'm going to go with you, right? And as you start to experience being seasick, or you start to deal with your anxieties about, oh my gosh, I'm never going to see land again, right? Or I'm going to die out here in the water. I'm going to drown. Fall overboard and I'm going to drown. Very real, very distinct possibility. To say, well, look, there's guardrails all around. This is a good, solid, stable ship. Yes, riding through dangerous waters, but if you follow certain steps, which I can show you because I've been doing this for a long time, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay.